Think you've seen wilderness? Think again. This is New Zealand, where mountains carve the sky, glaciers meet the sea, and legends whisper through the wind. Here, nature is not a backdrop. It is the pulse of existence. Every ridge, river, and lake tells a story raw, untamed, alive. From Aoraki, Mount Cook to Lake Wanaka, from Tongariro's volcanic fires to the thermal heart of Lake Tekapo, these landscapes are chronicles of time. Snow crowns the peaks. Rainforest clings to their feet, and myth and modernity coexist in sacred balance. Maori ancestors trace the stars across these horizons, and their spirit endures today in every moment of stillness and reflection. New Zealand is not just a destination. It is a world you step into, a living epic, shaped by nature and history. Come and experience it yourself, feel the heartbeat of the land, and let its beauty leave you forever changed. Rising majestically in the heart of New Zealand's Southern Alps, Aoraki. Mount Cook National Park is a realm where the earth seems to reach for the heavens. Dominated by Aoraki, the nation's tallest peak, at 231 miles, the snow-clad summit glimmers above turquoise glacial lakes, reflecting sunlight like shards of crystal. The park unfolds across a vast wilderness of ice, rock, and sky, a living cathedral of geological wonder, sculpted over millennia. The Tasman Glacier carves a winding path through the rugged terrain. Its slow, silent movement, a testament to the relentless passage of time. While the Hooker Valley Track guides travelers on a pilgrimage through alpine meadows dotted with vibrant wildflowers, over swinging bridges and alongside the constant murmur of rivers fed by glacial melt. Beyond its breathtaking scenery, Aoraki carries profound spiritual significance for the Maori, embodying the sacred connection between humanity and the guardians of nature. Every snowfield, every jagged ridge is a reminder of reverence, resilience, and humility. Seasonal changes, shifting clouds, and melting glaciers paint the landscape in ever-changing hues, underscoring the impermanence of even the grandest beauty. To stand beneath Aoraki's towering shadow is to feel simultaneously small and inspired a sense of quiet renewal that lingers long after the climb. At the southwestern edge of New Zealand lies Fiordland. a land carved by glaciers and shrouded in mist. A kingdom where mountains plunge dramatically into the sea and silence reigns supreme. Milford Sound and Doubtful Sound, the crown jewels of this vast wilderness, showcase nature's most dramatic artistry. Sheer cliffs rise like dark sentinels from inky waters, their faces veiled by countless waterfalls that appear with the rain and vanish as clouds shift. The air is thick with the scent of wet rock and pine, mingling with the salty tang of the ocean spray. While the constant murmur of flowing water and distant bird calls forms a haunting symphony. In this ancient world, every sound and movement seems timeless, the inquisitive cry of a kia, the ripple of a resting seal, the silvery exhalation of a whale surfacing from the depths. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Fiordland shelters rare ecosystems and species that have persisted since the age of Gondwana, living testaments to the enduring resilience of life. Its profound isolation preserves not only landscapes, but a sense of spiritual solitude, where visitors instinctively whisper, fearing to disturb the mountain's eternal watch. Standing on the deck of a boat beneath Mitre Peak, one feels simultaneously infinitesimal and infinite. A fleeting soul adrift in Earth's oldest dream, where every misty ridge, every dark waterway, and every cascading waterfall speaks of time, endurance, and the quiet majesty of the natural world. Cradled beside the sapphire waters of Lake Wakatipu and embraced by the jagged snow-capped peaks of the Remarkables, Queenstown pulses with a unique blend of serenity and exhilaration. Once a quiet gold mining settlement, it has evolved into New Zealand's adventure capital. A place where bungee jumping, jet boating, paragliding, and alpine skiing coexist with lakeside calm artisanal cafes and sophisticated dining. Every turn in Queenstown's cinematic landscape offers a new composition. Sunlight dancing on rippling water snow, glinting on rugged peaks, and shadows stretching across verdant slopes. Beyond the rush of adrenaline, there lies a calm and enduring pulse. The town nurtures a community where creativity, culture, and the natural world coexist in harmony. Maori legends speak of Lake Wakatipu as the resting place of the sleeping giant Matau, whose heart still beats within its waters. A myth that imbues the lake with a living, almost sacred presence. Architecture here mirrors this duality, blending alpine charm and wooden facades with sleek, modern lines, reflecting a town that is both wild and refined. As dusk descends, mountains blush under the fading sun, and the lake glows like molten sapphire. In these moments, Queenstown transcends mere destination status, becoming a mirror of human aspiration, where courage meets contemplation, adventure meets reflection, and the pursuit of freedom intertwines with the profound poetry of the land itself. Framed by snow-dusted peaks and mirrored skies, Lake Wanaka stretches like a watercolor dream at the edge of New Zealand's Southern Alps. The town of Wanaka rests quietly along its shores, a serene counterpoint to the adrenaline-fueled bustle of nearby Queenstown. Here, nature invites reflection rather than rush, and every ripple on the turquoise lake seems to whisper secrets of time and patience. The iconic Wanaka tree, a solitary willow rooted in the water, stands as a symbol of endurance, grace, and quiet resilience. Surrounding the lake trails like Mount Roy and Roy's Peak reward hikers with sweeping panoramas of ridges and valleys dissolving into distant blue horizons. Once a glacial basin, Wanaka embodies a profound harmony between wilderness and human presence, where simplicity and sophistication coexist in understated elegance. Each season casts its own magic, autumn blankets. The hills in gold winter dusts, the peaks with snow. Spring awakens blossoms along the shoreline, and summer invites shimmering reflections of sunlight on glassy waters. Beneath its tranquil beauty lies a quiet philosophy. Peace is not the absence of motion, but the grace of belonging and attunement to the world. At sunset, when mountains fade into lavender and the first stars rise like silent prayers, Lake Wanaka transforms into a sanctuary of memory and longing. Hidden deep within New Zealand's Southern Alps, Arthur's Pass National Park reveals the country's wild spirit in its rawest, most untamed form. This high mountain corridor bridging Canterbury's sprawling plains to the rugged west coast feels like a passage between worlds. The landscape is both fierce and majestic, deep gorges carved by ancient glaciers, rivers shimmering with alpine clarity, and craggy peaks often draped in mist, like sleeping titans watching over the valleys below. The park is a realm ruled by wind weather and wings. The mischievous Kia, the world's only alpine parrot, embodies this vitality with its intelligence, curiosity, and playful antics, reminding visitors that nature's grandeur is not only to be admired but also respected. Arthur's Pass has long been a corridor of connection. first traversed by Maori for trade, and communication later transformed into a daring road and railway that cling to impossibly steep terrain, a testament to human ingenuity amidst the overwhelming forces of nature. Though humans traverse it, the park's wilderness endures unspoiled. Trails wind through rainforests, alpine meadows, and rocky ridges, offering moments where the pulse of the earth can be felt underfoot, where waterfalls thunder in silence, and where the dialogue between mountain and sky seems eternal. To traverse Arthur's Pass is to witness the sublime, to feel small yet alive, and to understand that some journeys are measured not in miles, but in awe, wonder, and the quiet surrender to the grandeur of the untamed. On New Zealand's wild west coast, two extraordinary rivers of ice, Franz Josef and Fox glaciers, cascade from the towering southern Alps, threading their way through lush, temperate rainforest in an impossible and breathtaking embrace. The juxtaposition of ancient ice and vibrant greenery creates a scene of rare wonder. Creaking glaciers carve silent paths amid moss-draped trees, while waterfalls sing against the thunderous groan of shifting ice, a symphony of motion frozen in time. The air is charged with the scent of wet stone pine and mist mingling past and present with every inhale. Maori legend tells of Hina Hukatere, whose tears of sorrow crystallized to form these glaciers. A story of love immortalized in stone and ice, a narrative that imbues the landscape with both reverence and humanity. Today, these glaciers are retreating under the pressures of a warming climate. Their brilliant azure hues gradually fading, a poignant reminder of the fragility of even the seemingly eternal. Scientists and travelers alike journey here not merely to witness their grandeur, but to confront the delicate balance between permanence and change. From guided ice treks that trace hidden crevasses to helicopter landings, offering panoramic vistas, each encounter with Franz Josef and Fox is a sacred communion with time itself. In the silent halls of ice, one senses melancholy and majesty intertwined, a meditation on resilience and impermanence. Here, the earth breathes visibly, alive, shifting and eloquent in its most silent, icy moments, teaching humility, awe, and the fleeting beauty of the present. Sentinel of solitude, modest in height yet monumental in presence. Surrounded by endless valleys, rolling tussock, and snow-brushed alpine ranges, it commands attention not through scale, but through the serene authority of its isolation. Once sculpted by retreating glaciers, the mountain now rises amid a windswept silence, a space where the sky seems impossibly wide and the air hums with a subtle, timeless energy. For many, Mount Sunday is instantly recognizable as Adoris, the capital of Rohan, in the Lord of the Rings films, and walking across the Golden Plains toward its summit evokes a cinematic pilgrimage, a sense of stepping into legend itself. Yet beyond its cinematic fame lies a quieter, deeper magic. The mountain embodies a spiritual stillness, the whisper of rivers tracing their way through tussock, the gentle sway of native grasses under alpine breezes, and the resilience of life thriving in isolation. Time slows here, folding the present into eternity. And each gust of wind seems to speak of endurance, of how beauty emerges from the harmony between earth, sky, and spirit. Standing atop Mount Sunday, the world unfolds in endless vistas. Valleys, peaks, and glacial plains stretching to the horizon. Wonder here does not roar. It breathes, quietly inviting contemplation, humility, and connection. It is a place where solitude is a gift and where every step reminds visitors that true awe comes not from spectacle alone, but from communion with the timeless and the sublime. Set against the luminous backdrop of the Southern Alps, Lake Tekapo glows like a jewel of liquid turquoise, its waters alive with the delicate shimmer of glacial flower suspended beneath the sun. This ethereal hue transforms the landscape into a surreal dream, where mountain, sky, and lake blend seamlessly into a single canvas of color and light. On the rocky shore, the tiny church of the Good Shepherd stands quietly. A stone chapel built in 1935 to honor the pioneering families of the Mackenzie Basin. Through its altar window, the lake itself becomes living stained glass. The rippling water framing the divine with nature's artistry, reminding visitors that sacredness is not confined within walls, but flows freely in the world around us. By night, Lake Tekapo enters another realm entirely. Nestled within the Aoraki Mackenzie Dark Sky Reserve, one of the clearest stargazing regions on Earth. The heavens open wide, revealing constellations that blaze like ancient poems written across an infinite canvas. The silence is profound, a hushed reverence that makes even the smallest sound a lapping wave. A distant bird call seem intimate and sacred. Lake Tekapo is thus both a sanctuary of faith and of nature, a place where water, light, and sky converge, where the temporal and the eternal meet. To sit upon its shores is to sense the vastness of the world, and the gentle presence of something greater. A reminder that divinity, wonder, and wilderness often share the same horizon, waiting for those who pause to see. Where jagged mountains descend dramatically to meet the rolling waves of the Pacific, Kaikoura stands as one of New Zealand's most extraordinary intersections of land and life. Snow-dusted peaks rise almost precipitously from the coastline, their stark grandeur mirrored in the shifting hues of the ocean below, creating a scene both raw and mesmerizing. The region hums with vitality. Whales breach in the offshore depths. Dusky dolphins spin and cavort in the surf. And fur seals bask lazily on rocky outcrops, their presence a reminder of nature's enduring rhythm. Beneath the surface, the Kaikōura Canyon funnels nutrient-rich currents from the deep, sustaining this extraordinary ecosystem and linking the mountains to the sea in a continuous cycle of life and abundance. For centuries, Maori navigators revered Kaikoura as a place of sustenance, spirit, and storytelling, where Tongariro, the god of the sea, intertwined with the guardians of the mountains. Even after the 2016 earthquake reshaped the coastline, the landscape's resilience shone through a vivid testament to nature's capacity for renewal and transformation. Visitors today are not only witnesses to its astonishing wildlife, but to a subtle wisdom written into the land itself. Survival and beauty emerge where forces converge, where chaos meets harmony, and where patience and reverence guide coexistence. In the volcanic heart of New Zealand's North Island lies Tongariro National Park. A sacred landscape where fire, ice, and mythology intertwine in timeless harmony. As the country's oldest national park and a dual UNESCO World Heritage Site, it carries both profound natural beauty and cultural significance. 3 active volcanoes, Tongariro, Ngauruhoe, and Ruapehu, dominate the skyline, their jagged summits rising like ancient sentinels over steaming vents, emerald crater lakes and fields of hardened lava. For the Maori, this land is Taupo sacred, a gift from the gods imbued with stories of creation, courage, and transformation. Each boulder, each plume of steam speaks of a living history where destruction and renewal dance in perpetual rhythm. Traversing the Tongariro Alpine Crossing is to enter another world. The trail winds through stark volcanic deserts, past shimmering lakes tinted jade and turquoise, and over ridges that frame the horizon with elemental grandeur. The air carries the mineral scent of sulfur, mingling with the crisp cold of alpine winds, while the silence amplifies every step, every heartbeat, and every whisper of the natural world. Visitors often emerge transformed, aware not only of landscapes, but of the living spirit coursing through them. Perfectly symmetrical and perpetually serene, Mount Taranaki rises like a vision from myth, its snow-crowned cone mirrored in the tranquil waters of surrounding tarns and lowland streams. Revered by Maori as a solitary guardian, a warrior mountain exiled from his kin after a tale of love and pride. Taranaki's legend whispers through mist-laden forests, cascading waterfalls and fern-cloaked valleys, infusing every stone and tree with stories of endurance and watchfulness. Geologically young, yet spiritually ancient, it stands as one of the most iconic volcanic formations on Earth, commanding both reverence and awe. Trails weave through lush, moss-covered rainforest, where the scent of wet earth and fresh foliage fills the air, rising toward barren alpine ridges, where silence dominates, broken only by the whisper of wind and the distant call of native birds. On clear mornings, the mountain reflects perfectly in Puakai tarns, offering a mirror image that is both humbling and meditative. Its snow-tinged peak glows with pale fire at dawn, and dusk casting long shadows over the surrounding plains and creating a quiet theater of light and shadow. Beyond its striking grandeur, it teaches a vital lesson. Genuine strength resides not in sheer force, but in patience, steadfast presence, and the resilience to endure. Even when shrouded in clouds, Taranaki emanates dignity and calm, inviting visitors to slow their pace and attune to the rhythms of nature. Where the lush forest meets the sparkling sea, the Coromandel Ranges stretch along New Zealand's northeast coast, like a living mosaic shaped by wind, rain, and time. Once a refuge for gold miners, artists, and wanderers seeking solitude, the region now offers a haven for those yearning to reconnect with nature's quiet rhythms. Rolling emerald hills descend into hidden white sand coves, where the scent of blooming pohutukawa mingles with the salty ocean breeze, creating an intoxicating perfume of earth and sea. Winding trails lead through dense kauri forests, their ancient trunks whispering stories of endurance as sunlight dapples the forest floor. Waterfalls tumble from moss-covered cliffs, their gentle roar harmonizing with the call of native birds and the rustle of leaves. Cathedral Cove, a limestone arch carved by millennia of waves and wind, frames the horizon like a doorway to eternity, where sky, sea, and stone converge in perfect harmony. Watching the sunrise from a coastal ridge bathed in golden light, one senses time slowly. A reminder that peace is not found in the rush of the world, but in returning to nature's embrace over and over again. Beneath its idyllic surface, the Coromandel carries a narrative of resilience and renewal. Kauri trees, once felled for timber, are reclaiming the land, while local communities nurture sustainable connections to the earth. Blending history and stewardship in quiet celebration. At the very heart of New Zealand's geothermal plateau, Rotorua exhales a tangible heartbeat. Steam rises from fissures in the earth pools of turquoise. Emerald and amber bubble like molten gemstones, and the scent of sulfur mingles with the forested air. A reminder of the planet's restless energy. Each hiss of steam, each gurgle of a hot spring, feels like the land itself is speaking alive, aware, and eternally renewing. Overlooking this fiery expanse stands Mount Tarawera, a solemn sentinel of history and transformation. Its slopes still bear the scars of the 1886 eruption, when ash and fire buried villages and reshaped the terrain in a single cataclysmic moment. Yet from that destruction, life returned with astonishing resilience. Geothermal wonders, mineral-rich springs, and fertile soils emerged, fostering both ecological diversity and human renewal. Maori culture thrives in this dynamic landscape. The hongi, sacred carvings, and waiata chants echo through steaming valleys, linking past-present and the sacred forces of the earth. Every geyser, every steaming pool seems infused with memory and spirit, an intimate dialogue between firewater and humanity. To soak in the hot springs or gaze upon Tarawera's scarred summit is to witness the paradox of nature destruction giving way to creation, suffering, birthing strength. Sprawled across the heart of New Zealand's North Island Lake, Taupo glitters like a giant sapphire, cradled in volcanic stone. Born from one of Earth's most colossal eruptions, the lake is both a scar and a masterpiece. A vast expanse of water that whispers of fire, chaos, and renewal. Its surface shifts with the light from molten gold at dawn to deep indigo at night, reflecting the sky and the imposing silhouette of Mount Ruapehu, whose snow-crowned summit reigns over the horizon like a sentinel of time. Ruapehu, still active, yet dignified, radiates both power and serenity. Its glaciers and crater lakes holding secrets of millennia. Around the lake, steaming valleys, verdant forests, and geothermal vents hum with life, creating a delicate balance between Earth's raw force and the calm of living ecosystems. For the Maori, these lands are ancestors made tangible guardians who teach patience, respect, and harmony with nature's rhythms. to sail across Taupo's shimmering waters, or hike toward Ruapehu's glacial slopes, is to journey through layers of time, from volcanic fury to tranquil reflection. Every ripple, every hiss of geothermal steam feels like a conversation with the past. A reminder that creation often rises from destruction. Cradled between verdant hills and the restless expanse of Cook Strait, Wellington rises as a city where intellect, imagination, and nature converge. Often hailed as the world's coolest little capital, it hums with a unique energy. The murmur of cafes spilling onto cobblestone streets. The hum of film studios crafting stories for the world. And the brushstrokes of artists animating laneways with color and life. Its geography mirrors its spirit. Terraced houses cling to steep hillsides while winds whip across the harbor, shaping both skyline and soul with wild, untamed grace. Wellington's history flows like the waters that embrace it. Maori heritage endures in place names, sacred sites, and oral tradition, while colonial and contemporary architecture coexist seamlessly. Te Papa Tongariro, the National Museum, epitomizes this dialogue, bridging past and future. With thoughtful exhibitions that honor memory and spark curiosity. Beyond institutions, Wellington's charm lies in its mosaic of everyday creativity. Music drifting from street performers, literary discussions in hidden cafes, and a harbor that catches the sun's final fire before dusk. As evening descends, the city glows with a warmth born of community intellect and resilience. Wellington teaches a quiet lesson that true strength comes not from scale or power, but from adaptability, curiosity, and harmony with one's surroundings. Here in the dance of wind, water, and human spirit, creativity never rests. Nestled within sun-drenched valleys and framed by gently rolling hills, Blenheim pulses quietly as the luminous soul of New Zealand's Marlborough wine country. Endless rows of vines stretch beneath a vast sapphire sky, their leaves shimmering in golden sunlight. Each cluster a promise of crisp Sauvignon Blanc and rich Pinot Noir. Here, the rhythm of the land governs life. Warm, dry days coax flavors from the soil, while cool nights preserve the delicate aromas that define the region's celebrated wines. Yet Blenheim's allure is more than vinicultural excellence. It is a living story of transformation, a fertile plain that has blossomed into a landscape of taste artistry and mindful stewardship. Cyclists glide along sunlit paths between vineyards, laughter mingling with the faint clink of glasses, while the Wither Hills stand sentinel, their ridges etched with history and quiet strength. Rivers thread silver ribbons through the valleys, and native birds call to one another from hedgerows, their songs a reminder of enduring harmony. Blenheim embodies a profound philosophy that true abundance comes not from dominance, but from balance. Each bottle uncorked, each breeze that rustles the vines, and every golden afternoon is a meditation on gratitude to the earth that nurtures it. Bathed in golden light and caressed by the gentle waves of Tasman Bay, Nelson feels like a city where nature and human imagination have learned to move in unison. Known as New Zealand's sunniest city, it radiates warmth that seeps into every street studio and park. Nestled between sparkling waters and the rugged silhouettes of mountains, Nelson has long drawn artists, dreamers, and wanderers' souls, seeking a place where inspiration is woven into the very air. The city hums with subtle vitality. Open-air markets brim with handcrafted pottery, vibrant textiles, and fragrant blooms. Studios reveal the glow of molten glass and the meticulous stroke of brushes on canvas. Cafes spill their aromas of fresh coffee into streets lined with colonial cottages and elegant modern architecture where form and function exist in quiet dialogue. Even the scent of the sea mingles with paint and wood, reminding visitors that creation is inseparable from place. Beyond the city, Abel Tasman National Park stretches like a sunlit sanctuary. Golden beaches gleam beneath towering cliffs. Trails wind through native bush, shimmering with light. And the turquoise waters invite reflection and renewal. Here, the wild and the gentle coexist, echoing the balance found in Nelson's artistic soul. As sunset descends, the harbor becomes a palette of amber and rose, the sky a living canvas reflecting the city's spirit. And when the journey ends, you realize New Zealand was never just a destination. It was a conversation between sky and mountain ocean and forest memory and dream. The land speaks softly, but its message endures. Beauty is not something to conquer, but something to belong to. From the windswept fjords of the south to the golden coasts of the north, every horizon invites reflection on resilience, reverence, and renewal. As twilight descends over Lake Tekapo and stars bloom across the heavens, you understand what this land has been trying to say all along, that wonder is not rare, only rarely noticed. In New Zealand, it is everywhere in the silence of glaciers, the laughter of cities, and the ancient rhythm of the earth itself. Because here, beauty doesn't end where the journey does. It continues in you.